here to finally give you guys the end of the year summary. And I know the end of the year was 2 weeks ago, but that's okay. I'm here. So, I wanted to do this and continue to do this because it was effective and successful, and that's a good enough reason for me. It's a new year, so new goals have been set. I will get to that. But for right now, I just wanted to share a little bit more in detail about race day from back in December, and then just share my victories from just this whole experience. I think it's important to end the year with celebration because I'm very proud of myself. So, if you didn't know, back in May of 2023, I got onto a scale and I was really disappointed. I saw a number that I was not proud of, and it really shocked me and terrified me, mainly because I was just worried that I would continue to gain and then get stuck and never be able to go back. And so that moment, I just made a commitment that I was going to change my health and my life, and moving forward, I wasn't ever gonna look back. I just wanted to just make healthy change for the future. If you go back and watch my very first video, I talk about all of the reasons, including my kids, and just setting a really good example for them. I have 3 kids, so that's important to me. And yeah, I'm not gonna, explain it all again, but if you want, you can go back and watch that. So the end of the year goal was to be able to participate and run and complete the Rock and Roll Half Marathon. And I did it. I actually did it. On December 8th, 7th, 8th, one of the two, I ran the half marathon, and I posted my pictures and I explained, my experience a little bit, and I just wanted to express my gratitude to all the people that supported me this whole year, and then share just my overall experience. If you've never done a half or full marathon, I strongly encourage you guys to sign up for one. Train, do all of the work necessary, and then register and participate. It was the coolest experience. There was just so much energy and inspiration surrounding the whole area. Like, I broke 3 personal records that day. I think I ran my fastest mile, my fastest 5K, and my fastest 10K. I think a part of that is because it's race day. You have all this energy and adrenaline like running through your system, and you kind of can't help it. You go. In fact, right before, my dad trained with me, and he warned me. He told me, because he's run many races. He told me, when you start, don't start fast. He goes, pace yourself. Most runners go out fast. He's like, just be aware of that and just remember that. I was like, okay. And I really thought I was going slow. I remember thinking, like, this feels right. Like, this feels good. But next thing I know is my phone was dinging and telling me I had set a new record. So that was cool. But you kind of you can't help it, because all of that really good energy is just everywhere and you're just using it to just keep you going. I also ran the longest without stopping that I had in the entire year. I ran the entire first half of the race. So around mile 6 or mile 7, I finally stopped and walked for a short time, just kind of caught my breath, fueled myself, and then continued. At mile 9, I did hit a wall, and that was because I think at some point in the year I hurt my lower back, and it started to like really ache, and it didn't stop aching until the end of the race. So I was kind of like just dealing with that from mile 9 till the end. But there's just so many inspiring people around you that you can't stop. Like, it doesn't feel like you have a choice. I saw people that were 70 and up. I saw a boy that was 12, all running ahead of me. I saw a young female soldier running with a pack, like 100 pounds pack. I mean, the list is endless of how many inspirational people that I saw. And so I think everyone should experience that. I couldn't have done any of this without my support system, and that includes so many people, but my husband, Danny, he took care of the kids on so many mornings during the year, so that I could go and train and run. My kids, my 2 boys, they both showed up and they had signs and they ran with me at the very end on the 12th mile. That was really cool. Definitely got me emotional. My parents, of course, again, they were there, and also both a part of taking care of my kids so that I could run. Stacy, she already knows, and you all already know, that she was the reason I started this in the first place. Yes, I wanted to lose weight, but the way, like my approach, was because of her. It was her idea, and she asked me to join and run the rock and roll at the end of the year. So if it wasn't for her, I would have, I don't know what I would have done. And then I had family and friends texting me on race day morning, just encouraging me and supporting me and telling me that I could do it. And just remembering that it was my race day. And then I was surprised at the very end of my race by 2 sweet friends, Jamie and Carissa. They were both there waiting at the end at the finish line. And that was a huge surprise to me. I didn't expect that at all. That was really cool. So I appreciate everyone that showed up and just supported me along the way. Lastly, someone I've never mentioned this entire year, because I kept thinking like she needs her own separate video. But I'm just not good at keeping up with all the videos. But there is a woman, she is the sweetest woman, and her name is Ruth Ann. And she reached out to me back in 2020, which was a hard year for everyone. And I don't want to get this wrong, but I believe she had started life coaching, and she was doing her part. Like, she was reaching out to people, and I was curious about her posts, and so we started a conversation. And she showed so much care about my health, like both my mental health and my physical health. And understand, I was not ready that year at that time to start making changes in my life. But I know that she kind of planted like a little seed like inside of me, and it stayed there, and it just started to grow and grow and grow and grow until May of 2023. And so I just want to thank her. I don't want to forget to thank her. She continued to check on me like throughout the years, and that really it really mattered, and it didn't go unnoticed. I remember it, and I truly feel like you were just as much a part of this experience as anyone else. So thank you. Next, I just want to talk about how this benefited me. At the beginning, I knew I was going to lose weight. I'm running. I started with very little exercise, and then by the end of the year, I was running a half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. So obviously, I was going to lose weight, but I wanted to focus on some successes that didn't have to do with the scale. So hold on, I'll get there. But I'm not wearing it right now, but my wedding ring before was very tight, and now it's not. It fits me perfect, almost a little bit big. And I consider that, a victory. That's a win. My energy level has just been so much more. I can keep up with my kids. I'm more willing to be outdoors, hiking. We love us some hiking. Just going on bike rides with my kids, or just walks, or being outside and playing in our massive yard. And that was a really top priority for me when I started this. So I'm happy to say it's happening now. I also take pride in that I can inspire my kids now. I don't typically talk about, look what mom can do, but I was really proud of this. And I knew how hard it was, and so I wanted them to see that. I wanted to show them you can do hard things because I can. And I just always want my kids to know that. So I consider that's a victory. And then next, my confidence. I think confidence is tied to mental health, and so both have just skyrocketed. And so I'm really happy about that. And then lastly, I think that this is a lifestyle change. I don't think that this is temporary, the way that it has been. I talked about that really bad habit of like my weight loss, my weight gain, weight loss, weight gain. I think this is gonna stick. This is gonna be a constant lifestyle change for me, for my family, and that was important for me to achieve. And then of course I lost a bunch of weight. So in May of 2023, I never shared that number, but that number was 250 pounds. I was always terrified to just put it out there because I was embarrassed, but it happened. I mean, now I go back and I see pictures and I see it now, but back then I didn't realize I was gaining at that rate. So my dog was growling. So yeah, 250 pounds. Scared me so bad. But throughout the year, I continued losing. And the last time I weighed myself on mid-December, I weighed 212 pounds. So I lost a total of 38 pounds. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that. My goal this year is to lose 30 more pounds because I plan on running the full marathon this year. Danny and I are both discussing the possibility of running together, but he's just starting his training, so we'll see. He doesn't think he will be ready. I'm sure he will be. I know my husband, and when he puts his mind to something, he actually does it. So no one can stop him. So we'll see, because I don't want to run without him this time. He really wants to run together, and I want that too. So we're gonna shoot for another half marathon this year, maybe mid-year. We'll see where he's at, and then if he feels like he's ready, we're gonna go ahead and sign up for the full San Antonio, Texas marathon. Fun fact, the Rock and Roll Marathon is no longer coming to San Antonio. This past year was the last time. So a new marathon is kind of coming to take its place, and it's called the San Antonio, Texas Marathon. So if you're interested, new year, it's only January. So that's what's happening. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to continue to post because it worked for me. I told you guys, I was like, I need to be accountable to someone. And if I put it out there into the world, that means I'm committed and I have to. Can you imagine if I said in January, I'm going to run the race, and then I didn't? So, yay! See you soon. Bye!